with another glaring home run acronym for our dear Mr. President, and you have got to see this because it is pure genius. But remember the inception of Taco Trump? This?
It's amazing. Some people still think Donald Trump knows how to negotiate, that he's a deal maker. But really, he's a chicken.
Mr. President, Wall Street analysts have coined a new term called the taco trade. They're saying Trump always chickens out on your tariff threats, and that's why markets are higher this week. What's your response to that?
And then Donald tries to pretend he hasn't heard of it.
You mean because I reduced China from 145% that I set down to 100 and then down to another number, and because we have...
And in keeping with his life and pattern, he lies about the dollars taken in by tariffs.
$14 trillion now invested. You call that chickening out?
Wall Street figured it out. When Trump goes hard on something, just bet on the dip. Wait for Trump to blink, then cash in on the rebound. Same trade every time. It's the taco trade, because Trump always chickens out. He talks a big game on tariffs, then backs down. Over and over. He'll hurt American businesses, farms, and workers playing his games. But every time it comes down to it, he chickens out. Like a baby. Like a dog. Every single time.
And now, due to the abject failure that his war in Iran is, Wall Street just said this.
The Dow surged more than 1,000 points today after President Trump backed off on his threat to attack Iran and agreed to a 2-week ceasefire. It is a pattern we've seen since the war's start. Drops and spikes in the stock market tied to threats and then pullbacks from President Trump. Financial Times commentator Robert Armstrong calls this the taco trade.
Trump always chickens out. He's not a deal maker. He's not a negotiator. He's a taco.
But in this breaking story, oh my goodness, Wall Street has invented a brand new acronym nickname for one Mr. Donald J. Trump, and it is stone cold perfection. Check this breaking story out.
Move over, taco. NACHO is the new word to mock Trump on Wall Street. Wall Street traders have cooked up a new food-themed acronym for President Donald Trump's Iran war deadlock, NACHO, as the Strait of Hormuz disruption drags on and keeps oil markets on edge. The label has reportedly emerged in trading circles where skepticism of the president's ability to reopen the strait, a key global energy trade route, is now such a trend that it merits its own code name. Bloomberg columnist Javier Blas revealed NACHO on Wednesday, citing a trader who told him the acronym stands for Not a Chance Hormuz Opens. We thought we were getting a taco, Trump always chickens out, but so far we are getting a NACHO. Not a chance Hormuz opens. The strait has been effectively closed since the U.S.-Israeli strikes on Iran began on February 28th, triggering retaliatory attacks across the region and a collapse in maritime traffic. Before the conflict, the Strait of Hormuz was one of the world's busiest energy routes, carrying roughly a fifth of the global oil supply. But now, shipping has ground to a halt. This, in turn, has sent shockwaves through global markets. Oil prices extended their rally on Wednesday, with Brent crude climbing above $114 a barrel and U.S. benchmark West Texas Intermediate surpassing $103. That shift is being felt by consumers. According to the American Automobile Association, Wednesday also saw U.S. gas prices climb to their highest level since the start of the war, reaching a nationwide average of $4.23 per gallon. Overall, gasoline costs have surged by $1.25 per gallon, more than 40% since February. In 2025, Wall Street had coined a different code to help traders stay cool and navigate Trump's whiplash-inducing tariffs policy, TACO, meaning Trump always chickens out. Reportedly first coined by Financial Times columnist Robert Armstrong, TACO gained traction among investors who are profiting from what they claimed was a predictable pattern. Trump threatens steep tariffs, the markets plunge, and days later he backs off in a way that prompts a rebound. The Hormuz impasse, however, is altogether different, and the frustrated president has gyrated between claims that Tehran is begging for him to end his blockade of their ports to outbursts threatening further strikes if Hormuz is not reopened. Early Wednesday morning, for example, Trump posted an AI-generated image of himself armed with a gun in front of an exploding hillside as he warned Iran to get smart soon, as attempts to restart negotiations appeared to stall. Trump's oscillation between bluster and brinkmanship has only deepened the uncertainty, but for traders, it leaves one growing certainty: NACHO. With no clear strategy to reopen Hormuz and no breakthrough in sight, markets are bracing for a standoff that isn't ending anytime soon.
Not a chance Hormuz opens. Oh my goodness. I am jealous and sad I didn't come up with that, because that is absolutely beautiful. And the irony, which is not funny, is that actually says everything about Donald Trump's life. Yes, I get the fact that you can't get around. The man had a successful TV show and got elected to the presidency of the United States twice. I get it, but you also have to recognize why that occurred and why it's not an actual indicator of Donald Trump the human being. But this is. When you grow up and were born the way he was, you get so many privileges and so many no consequences, it's hard to fathom until when he's finally truly in the spotlight like president, not the apprentice host, how it gets shown you get away with so much when you get to live the life he has. But he is indeed taco and nacho. Spread the word, like and share the video.